안녕하세요, 언컷 코리아입니다. 지난 영상에서 저희는 한국인이 외국인을 어떻게 생각하는지에 대해 물어봤습니다. 한국은 빠른 속도로 문화, 관광, 패션, 비즈니스의 중심지가 되어가고 있는데요. 이번 영상에서는 한국에 있는 외국인들에게 한국, 그 문화, 그리고 사람에 대해 물어봤습니다.
I was already interested in culture, and I watched some Korean films, but mostly K-pop. And I have some friends who've been here, and they're like, "You have to go; it's really good."
I started learning Korean in high school. I kind of just fell in love with the language and started teaching myself. And so when I went to college, I became a Korean minor, and so for that reason, I decided to come to Korea.
We both wanted to try living abroad.
Yeah,
And
we wanted to do it together. So we had to find a place where we could both see ourselves going to.
And we both like dramas and stuff. So like we knew about Korea, and like that's the only place we wanted to go together. And we were like, okay, let's try it out. And obviously we liked it since we came back.
I remember it was your sister. She actually started watching Japanese dramas, and from there came into Korean dramas and like Asian dramas in general.
I guess when I was in high school and stuff like that, I found K-pop, but then I'm a person that really likes cultures and traditions and different histories, and K-pop was kind of like my stepping stone into finding the Korean culture and the Korean traditions, and it was something that really intrigued me. And then when I went to the University of Toronto, they offered the Korean language courses, so I started taking those, and then in my second year I began taking history courses, and I just kind of fell in love with it.
I didn't want to stay in my hometown. I don't know, I felt like it's too little for me. I wanted something more. I wanted some big town as Seoul with more opportunities, more things happening, like, you know, the city that never sleeps. That's just the life is boiling here.
The show that comes out, I'm like, oh, this is a nice show. And all of a sudden they started speaking Korean, but it was like so interesting. Like, oh, let me watch that. And by Wednesday, I had watched the entire season of the show. And then I was just like watching more Korean dramas, and then I was listening to music. And I was like, oh, this language is like really beautiful. Let me try and learn how to speak some of this language. And then it was like, oh, it would be nice if I could read it too. And it was like researching the culture and the cat, or like everything. It was just so fascinating to me. It was like one of those things that took my attention and kept it.
I expected Korea to not be nearly as technologically advanced as it is. I was really surprised at how much further ahead of the United States it was.
I was kind of surprised of how much cleaner and so much more economically healthier it was than America.
Probably something more like Korea 1990s.
I was kind of picturing more of a countryside rather than a big city.
The spitting in public, and especially the noise when they're clearing their throat and then they spit. It's so gross. I mean, I should really be more accepting of it. People just do it here. I mean, maybe there's some equivalent in the American culture that we do in public. Maybe like wearing sweatpants, I don't know. But it's just, yeah, whenever I hear it, I'm like, oh, I shudder a little bit.
The smoker section actually kind of caught me off guard. Like, I know in Asian cultures they do smoke a lot, and I thought it was just like a lot of open area. I kind of felt like a jerk. I was walking around smoking, everyone's kind of looking at me, and like I see a smoking section over there. So that was probably the biggest thing. Everything else I was kind of ready.
You're shopping in stores and the people who work there will follow you around. It took me a long time to realize that's customer service. Like they're trying to help you, not stalk you, think you're stealing, you know? I really thought, like, why is this person watching me?
Passed out middle-aged men and just like policemen hitting him to wake him up. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
We enjoy our privacy, that we enjoy our space and everything like that. But when you come to Korea, it's a little bit more homey. They love to be around each other. They love to, hug each other. I mean, it comes times where they may bump into you or something like that, but it's not necessarily because they're being rude. That's just how they are. They like to get to their places on time and, at a certain point. So
It took him a while to learn that.
It took me a while to learn that. Like, they would bump into me and they would just keep moving and keep walking. They didn't apologize, they didn't say anything. And she's like, well, that's what they do.
But when I'm at the ATM and I turn around, nose to nose with someone, it's a little like, okay, would you like my password too? No? Okay.
I have to say, there's a lot of couples going out to Sinchon
I see on the streets a lot of couples, and it's not something when I see often in Germany.
In Korea, some of the older buildings, like toilets, they don't have the capacity to flush like toilet paper and stuff, and that was a complete shock, and it's not something I'm used to. So out of everything, I think that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to about going back to Canada, is just being able to flush the toilets without fearing, is this gonna clog on me?
Criticism. Actually, like, I kind of chose to come here, so I kind of I knew what to expect, right? So criticisms, I guess the only thing would be, like, for me, usually in Canada, I don't drink that much alcohol. And actually, like, with friends, it's cool to drink alcohol, but when you're forced to do it with work, that would probably be, like, the main downside for me. But aside from that, Korea is pretty amazing. Korean street meets super well, super easy to meet friends, lots of people, lots of cool stuff, lots of cool neighborhoods. I love it here, so yeah. I think for me, just the whole working 14 hours when you just slept 4, I know I'm not going to be productive if I just sleep 4 hours.
Everybody dresses exactly the same. When there's a trend, everybody follows it.
Oh yeah, they're like Korean really, they follow trends,
They
like
follow
hardcore.
trends,
And like, people don't really stick out that much.
My first day here, I had like all my luggage, and I was kind of like, I had just come from Tokyo, so I like kind of knew how to work the system, but it was a little different, and people were like coming and asking me if I needed help, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. In Japan, everybody just kind of does their own thing, doesn't look around, but people in Korea have been so incredibly friendly.
Growing up in Southern California, I had been car dependent my whole life. The last thing I did before I flew out was I sold my truck, and I didn't expect I would go 4 years relying completely on public transportation. It has been wonderful.
The people are great. I didn't expect them to be so welcoming. Because I've been to other countries before. The hospitality wasn't that great. Yeah. But people are so far so great. Yeah.
I think people in the States kind of scare you a lot more than actually what happens here. They scare you like everyone's gonna stare at you, they're gonna like try to touch your hair and like do all kinds of stuff, and it really definitely wasn't as bad as I was like led to believe.
Okay.
As people told me like, it's gonna be horrible, like everyone's gonna freak out because you look so different. It wasn't really as bad as everyone told me it would be.
They're very nice, they talk with you in Korean, even if you don't understand them, they continue to talk. Really?
Explain you.
I love Korea.
Maybe 6 or 7 years now. I had in high school like a pen pal from Korea, and she was probably like my very first Korean friend ever, and we started talking like right after I found out that Korea was even like a country. And just right after I came here, I've only been here for like 2 months now, but she invited me to her house in Daegu for Chuseok. It was our very first time meeting, and I thought it would be really awkward and just weird, but we clicked so well, and her family was so nice to me and said like, oh, we finally get to meet you. This is so exciting, and they totally took me into their home and like showed me all of the like traditions for Chuseok.
Well, some are good, but some are non-existent. I already noticed yesterday evening, but they try. That's the most important part, so I get away to stuff I needed to go, and they help me as far as they can.
I think the people should also try to learn some English. They are too comfortable with their language. I think they should just, it will open them up more. Yeah. But so far, all other experiences have been good.
Tteokbokki.
Isn't that too spicy for you?
It used to be, but now it's not. I can eat the whole thing myself. I don't like sharing it. And what surprises Korean people is when I say gukbap. I eat it every week. I cannot live without it. It's like really addictive.
We had Korean barbecue on Jeju.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
We enjoyed the food.
I once tried the ammonia fish. There's a name for it, I can't remember it, but it basically, as you chew into it, it releases this smelly, and then you swallow it and it's still there. And it's just like, oh my god. Apart from that, yeah, I don't like the tofu. I've never liked tofu though, but everything else does.
Sandebuji.
Oh, isn't that spicy for you?
Yeah.
And you like spicy food?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like roll Korean barbecue. Amazing. They don't have wine in the restaurant, they have only beer.
And soju.
I love it.
Oh my god, there's the fucking limit.
Stir-fried pork hot pot. It was sweet and spicy.
제육.
Oh my god. I love it. especially like the meats and the dishes like bibimbap.
He loves Korean food. I have a friend who owns a restaurant. She had to teach me how to make certain dishes, like karanjim, bulgogi, because he loves it.
You know, like I said, met her and she literally drugged me around everywhere she went. I was always getting a message saying, hey, I'm going here, let's go. Just, I don't want to go, but you know, once it is. Once you actually get out and you actually start exploring and experiencing the place, you find yourself actually wanting to go out a lot more. So now I'm actually the one saying, hey, what are we doing this weekend? Where are we going? Let's go here. Let's go eat here.
It's cold and I don't like the cold.
And now she doesn't want to go.
In an ideal world, I'd like to be an interpreter, translator. So I guess go to grad school for that, and after that, I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to live here for my whole life, but definitely for the next 5 years.
This is the safest city you're ever going to be in. I've been in lots of metropolitan cities, DC, New York, Los Angeles. I have never felt safe like I do here.
Don't be afraid. Like, people always say, you know, you're going to go into this huge city and it seems terrifying, but it's honestly just very nice.
I think I would say myself, like a lot of people have a misconception that North Korea is just like bombing constantly. There's a lot of crimes going on and stuff like
Every
that.
time you say, I'm going to South Korea, they're like, oh, watch out for North Korea.
Yeah, but that's like not really like true at all. Like, it's pretty safe here as well, and just crime rate's low as well. People are just really general and honest. I feel like just come out for it, and like you have to experience it yourself. You can't really like get the feel online. That's what I thought I said myself.
Yeah,
you gotta actually come here and go through the motions.
어떻게 생각하시나요? 이 영상은 수많은 의견 중 극히 일부분일 뿐입니다. 의견을 더하고 싶다면 아래 커멘트란에 표현해 주시고요. 구독하는 것 잊지 마세요. 다양한 영상을 준비 중입니다.